Hey, it's Tuck Taylor here at the NeuroBeast Lab in Clearwater, Florida, where our mission is to get you wired to win. So for today's video, we're going to talk about the 4 P's of cognitive training. So these 4 P's is how we explain cognitive training to parents, students, coaches, any athletes that we have come in. And it helps you understand cognitive training in more simpler terms. All right, so those 4 P's are perceive, process, perform, and progress. All right, so we're going to review each term so that you guys get a better understanding of what we do here at NeuroBeast. All right, so first we'll start out with talking about the first P, which is perceive. So when we talk about perceive, what we're really talking about is the eyes. Why are the eyes so important? Well, your eyes capture 80% of what you know about your environment. So obviously you have other senses like your ears and touch and taste, but your eyes, and especially when we're talking about sports performance, your eyes is the #1 tool on how you get information to the brain. So the better your eyes work, the better and more efficient that information goes to the brain. All right, so once your eyes have collected the information from its environment, this information now goes to the brain. That brings us to our second P, processing. So now that the brain has got this information, it needs to break this information down and manipulate it. It does this using what's called executive functions. Whenever you hear executive functions, what we're really referring to is a set of mental skills that the brain utilizes to break down information. What are these mental skills? We're talking about impulse control, working memory, cognitive flexibility. These are the set of skills that allows elite level athletes to perform at high levels. When we're looking at baseball players, this will allow the baseball player to steal a base, or a point guard in basketball to see an open cutter. All right, it's this high functioning traits that the brain needs to possess in order to make correct decisions. All right, so once your eyes have captured the information from your environment and that information has gone to the brain for processing, once that information has been processed and the brain knows what to do, it now sends a signal to your body to perform that action. All right, that brings us to our third P, which is perform. Now, when we're going a little bit more in depth in your performance needs to be fast and or efficient, meaning that you're taking the most efficient route and the most efficient means to perform that motor function, and that motor function is actually a correct motor function. So if I'm a baseball player and I know a pitcher's throwing a changeup, now my eyes have seen the pitch, my brain has processed that it's a changeup. Now it's important for my body to now swing accurately at the ball, all right? If we're talking about a basketball player and a point guard, I see the cutter is going down the lane. Now my brain processed that he's open. Now it's up to me to utilize the correct pass to get that ball to that athlete in the most efficient manner. All right, so when we're talking about performance, we're talking about fast and or efficient movement. So now that we've gone over perceive, process, and perform, you now understand the way that the eyes, brain, and body coordinate to execute an accurate motor function. So the last P that we added is progressive overload. And this is more so talking about how you program your cognitive training workouts with your athletes. A lot of us come from the strength conditioning world, and we understand the importance of progressive overload when it comes to working out the physical body. The more you progressively overload the body with stress, the body will adapt to that stress. The same goes with the brain. The only difference is that it takes a lot of stimulus to actually fatigue the brain. When you think about it, the moment you wake up in the morning, your brain is actively processing information from your environment. So the brain is very resilient. So when it comes to progressing your workouts with your athletes, you have to understand different tactics to make the drills more complex and also more dense so that the athletes receive these adaptations. In a future video, we're going to go over our 8 S's of progressing cognitive workouts. So again, thank you guys for your time. These are the 4 P's of cognitive training. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down low and stay tuned for our future videos. And most importantly, get wired to win.
Thank you.